And if you remove enough, start with 60 grit or something like that. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to remove the center and get down to a natural edge bolt. My gouge may be a little big for this, but so I start here with a sort of a regular bowl gouge cut. Work my way out till I see that I'm past the bark. You can see the color change. We're now into the wood. Okay. And that's good as far as it goes, but I've got to get out to here. And I prefer to remove as little as possible from the base until I get the rim set, just to give stability. Because this is wet wood. If you cut that wall thin all the way down and nothing in the center, it's going to flop on you. And the reality is, once you've made your edge, however thin, or let's say a ½ an inch deep, never go back to that edge, because in a wet wood it's going to be, you're going to get a catch and you're going to knock off the bark and have a nice gouge.
And so, it also starts to move real fast.
Yeah, yeah, and it moves fast. You have to spend a lot of time waiting for it. It does it. So this is just basic wood removal 101. That is RPM. So that's what you would do if you're a little bit worried, a little bit tentative, first time around. Make sure that you've got tailstock pressure. It's in my way, so I'm going to get rid of it. I think I'll take the whole thing off, right? Thank you. So now, by having my tool rest close, I can start to define. I know that I'm going to come out here, and that will set the thickness of the wall that I have to follow for the rest of the removal. So let's do that. Again, you're trying to, I like to be over here, that's why the tool rest is a bother to me. I want to come in straight, this edge, come in totally straight to the wood. So here, it's going to be right here. I have to go all the way over because of my grind. It's got a double grind.
Explain to him what you mean by grind.
Grinding is that machine over there, and you take it over there to sharpen. You gotta
Well,
sharpen.
that part we knew, but he doesn't know what you mean by the grind on
The
here.
shape. It's the shape.
Oh, okay.
He's literally brand new.
Yeah, this one has. Most people do a single bevel.
That's about, you can see it's in a entirely different shape.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I've a guy named Eli Avisera from Israel demoed at our club, and he convinced me that you don't have to have the whole bevel. First of all, grind off the heel because it's always in the way.
Yep.
So take it down, and then use a that big. Grind that bevel. It's easier to sharpen. You're done very quickly. You don't waste a lot of metal, and you're good to go. And it's easy to change that angle without having to do a full resharpening. So that's my attitude of it. So now I'm going to keep coming out. I'm going to go in this way. All right, I'm going to take this off just to get rid of it. I need to sharpen, but I'm not going to do it. Sharpen often, especially before your final cut. You're ready to make the final one go, sharpen first. So you can see what's happening. And that's a thickness that I would use if I wanted strictly utilitarian bowl. And I want to get as far down to where I've got the whole thing, the bark isolated. Obviously here there's way too much. I'm not deep enough. It will get smaller as I go deeper. But I really need to decide right now how thick. Do I want that to be that thick and that thick only, or do I want a thin wall? So I tend to be gamey and chancy and say, let's take it thinner. This is where the bark may come off. So I'm kind of maybe a quarter of a 3/8 of an inch. Sort of. That looks too thick to me still. Take a visual look at it because you can't see it till you stop it. That's, to me, that's okay. And the bark seems to be pretty solid, so I say go another 1/8 of an inch. Again, I'm coming in straight. The wall is pretty much straight. I want to go parallel to the wall. Listen, listen, watch for the shadow. Really thin wall.
Getting down there.
So that to me is delicate and it's okay. It's going to look nice.
Does it look like it's thinner on one side than the other?
It does.
Yeah.
So we'll look at the height. No, it should be
It's a little bit thinner on one side.
Can't make it any thicker.
Put it back. Since you put it in the pennant, or
Well, you know what happens
Found my board stretcher, it's out there
when you
somewhere.
switch from center to tenon to chuck, there's always some inaccuracy. So I should have checked that, which I did not. So here's what I'm
we'll
going
say
to do.
tut tut.
What?
We'll say tut tut.
Redesign opportunity. I was seeing that myself, but I wasn't really willing to admit that that could be possible.
We were hoping that we wouldn't see it.
It's a design thing. It's supposed to be that way.
It's a feature.
So I'm trying to be real delicate because I know I've got an inch of exposed bark.
This is just where it gets weird. You start getting out to the edge like
And
that.
one really could come in this way. Maybe a little more tightly. Just catching the tip. I'm going to make a mess of the shape of this just to get it. Okay. A lot of heavy sounding. All right, now does that look better?
Nope. Come over and look at it over here.
That's a bit of bark missing there now.
No?
For some reason, that one side really looks off.
How about now?
That's a little better.
It's better.
It's better.
It does look better now. I'd quit now.
Getting a bit thin. Yeah, you're getting off. Getting a bit.
Yeah, but you had one that was like this thick and one this like
Yeah, it was noticeable. I was like,
That's very artistic.
what's going on here?
very difficult to achieve.
Okay. So now this edge is pretty much finished. I never go back and touch that. Sometimes I will delicately scrape out, again with a shear cut. But wet wood like this, no. It will vibrate enough, it'll catch the edge, and bam, your bark is gone.
Yeah.
So now we just go deep. Now I know that I've got to make a straight cut down there that will pull out your chips because they're going to deceive you. But here's where I'm now at. I want to go there further along the wall, never touching this part.
Maintaining the
Okay, so we're getting down now to maybe an inch or so.
yeah.
And that's, you can feel, you always use your fingers rather than your eyes to feel how smooth that is. That's pretty good to right that point. One little dig in. You probably heard it. So, now, let's go the rest of the way. I won't bore you with complete evacuation of the middle, but okay, now it's time to do the final thickness cut. Line it up, you can see the outside, you can see the tip of your blade, and just follow the outside wall. That's what you want to do. Okay. And that, now you get to another point where you're not going to come back to that. So a little, I gained a little, I still have some more. Let me remove this last part so that we can see the rim take shape. I'm feeling like I really do have to sharpen. So hopefully this thing is working.
Hey, Larry. Is that restroom open?
I'm a freehand
Nope.
sharpener.
John, where's another restroom? Where's another restroom? It's closed. There isn't one? That one's closed. Shoot,
On this one?
there isn't one.
We're out of luck. Maybe they got basketball going on or something.
So that's my quick grind. All I need, 2 seconds.
This is all he's doing right here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I did
The rest
more
of
than I
this
intended to do.
you take that off so as you're going around the bowl.
Right.
If you have a sharp angle right here, you'll score the wood and
Yeah.
make a mess.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can see I'm down about that far.
Wow.
So, roughly speaking.
So that's the bark showing through from the other side.
Yeah. And I'm very close to where I want to be. I want you to see this whole depth, this whole thickness of wall into the real bull. Yeah, now we're starting to see the center. Yeah, this black on the outside.
The heartwood.
Yeah, I
That's
see.
the heartwood.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, you can pass that around. So I'm ready to go deeper on this side. Sharpening makes a difference.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Anybody want to see this?
Okay. Very close to, yeah, I didn't even up these sides.